Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about something that I think is incredibly important to talk about. We are going to be talking about success and kind of how you get to that level of success. And, I think as someone who's currently a university student, I don't know necessarily a lot. However, I can tell from mentalities and looking at the mentalities of those people around me, kind of what makes a successful person successful, as well as looking up at people who are celebrities like actors, directors, people in business who are successful. And I think this ultimately comes down to one key value, and that is being ruthless. I think ruthlessness and determination and hard work are the three things that are ultimately incredibly important to someone's success. If someone doesn't put the work in, if someone doesn't, think that they can get that work done, or they hinder themselves to actually do that work, and they hinder themselves to do it to the quality that they want to do it to, and that being a high quality, then it's detrimental to their success. This very important thing, there's a petition going around in the UK where I live, which is saying cancel GCSEs and A-levels in 2021, replace with coursework and teacher assessment. So what they want to do is they want to cancel standardised teaching for Year 11 and Year 12 students in 2021 by replacing tests with smaller amounts of coursework and teacher assessment. Students would have a, quote, fair chance at achieving their target grades, and it would relieve stress for teachers and students. Now let me tell you why that isn't necessarily the best idea. It's not the best idea because what you can get here is what they're asking for is a reduction in the amount of coursework and teacher assessment. That means that they don't want to do the assessment, they don't want to do the tests, they don't want to do the exams, and they don't want to ultimately revise a lot in order to get their the grade that they want to get. The fact that it says a smaller amount, so it suggests that people don't want to do as much work because people are working pretty moderately hard. But what they want to do is they don't want to work that hard anymore. They want to cut down on it, and they're blaming COVID because of it. And not gonna lie, I don't think a pandemic should come in the way of people trying to be successful. As we can tell right now, I'm doing my podcast to have this conversation, to bring this point forward and get my point of view across. And my point of view here is that if you work hard and, you put your mind to the exams and you revise and you ultimately try and work as hard as you possibly can, you will make it a very far way. You'll make it a very far way because you will keep that attitude to when you're in the workplace. When you're in the workplace, you're not going to stand back and settle for less. Why should you? Your money is on the line. Your wage is on the line there. And I think that should be exactly the case here. Your education is on the line. Ultimately, you've got to either respect your education and respect yourself, or you can just say goodbye to it. Because what's the point in doing a small amount of work? It doesn't prove anything. It doesn't prove that you can work hard and you can put your mind to things. It just goes, hey, well, I'm going to sit here complaining. I'm going to complain about, how my equality of outcome is so just not going to happen. I'm not going to lie, if you want an equalness of outcome, you're living life wrong. If you don't come into this life with a certain mindset of being, I want to do better in my life, I want to get the grades I want to get, I want to get the job I want to get, it doesn't prove anything. It doesn't prove anything doing that. What people need is to work hard. And when people work hard and put their mind to things, they will eventually achieve what they set out to do. Whether that is learn guitar, you have to spend hours upon hours every single day playing guitar. If you want to be an actor, you've got to spend hours on hours on hours of training in order to become a successful actor. If you want to become a successful businessman, you've also got to put hours on hours on hours in order to get there. In order to get to the top, you've got to be ruthless. And in everything I've just listed there, you've got to be ruthless, you've got to work hard. If you want your degree, you have to work hard. No one's going to do that work for you. If you want A's and A stars in your GCSEs and A levels, you have to work hard. If you want to get those high grades, you have to work hard. And, you know, if your parents have actually raised you properly, they will have taught you to work hard. They will have taught you to work hard by yourself and be your own individual person. And not gonna lie, a hardworking person is one of the most beneficial attributes in a person, because they don't sit around complaining. They get up and they do. You know, and that's what I've learned since being at uni, is a lot of the people I've tried to surround myself with are doers. They try and get their stuff done. They care about their education. They care about themselves, and they want to develop a good future for themselves and their future families. However, when you're taking this hardworking approach after university and into your adult life, you know, you can chase a couple of different things. You can either chase your career, or you can chase your family, and you can try and build a family, or you can, you know, be happy with whatever life gives you and live life freely. And if you want to live life freely, then you've got to be pretty happy going with the flow and, you know, just going as it is, and you kind of don't prioritize anything. So yeah, your career might not be the best, you know, but you could also still have a loving family, and you can kind of manage those two together. And that's if you're happy with just going with it. However, if you're not happy with just going for it, and you've got a drive to be successful in your career, you've got to make some sacrifice. You can't have necessarily a family or build a strong family bond until you get to the top of your career, because raising a child and raising children as a whole and starting your own family takes a lot of time, takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of responsibility that you need as an individual. And if you are ultimately so concentrated on that, then you need to make some sacrifice. You need to cut out the career a little bit. However, if you are destined for your career, you have to make that family sacrifice. You can't be raising kids. Like, if you want to make it as a CEO of a top company making millions and millions and millions of dollars or pounds, you've got to make that sacrifice. You've got to make that sacrifice. You've got to be like, I can't have kids yet. They cost a shitload of money. And, you know, if you want to raise a good, loving family and put all your heart and soul into your kids, you're going to take a hit on your career. You know, it goes both ways. You know, you can't get the same outcome, and you can't have that equality of outcome if you want two things. You know, if you want a good family and a good career, then okay, you can try and work hard at that, but you've got to set up your career first, because a family weighs down a lot on your career. You know, people who are successful who've got families generally have kids after their career is cemented, and that's just a fact. And people who start their families earlier don't really get successful. I mean, yeah, my dad ran his own company for a little while. My mum was a stay-at-home mum. You know, my mum made the sacrifice to quit her job to raise me. And that sacrifice was a big sacrifice for her. And I really appreciate she made that sacrifice, because she cared about family more than her own career, which says a lot about, you know, the kind of attitude in my family. But my family have always taught me to work hard. They've always taught me to be the adult I want to be. And the adult I want to be is someone who has got a pretty good career, which can then build the foundation in order to get to where I want to be in life. Where I want to be in life is I want to be directing my own films. I want to be acting in them, and I want to be doing a whole range of my own stuff. Like, I want to be completely in control of what I make in terms of films. I want to be completely in control of what I make in terms of podcasts. And I am already at this low level. I'm already in control of it. I can do what I want to do, and it doesn't matter what the outside world thinks, because it's just what I like to do. I'm in control. If someone likes it, they like it. And, if it blows up, it blows up. But ultimately, it's what I want to do. I'm going to keep making this content until, I'm pretty happy. I'm going to be happy with where I want to be in life, because I'm going to work hard to get there. I'm not going to sit back, complain, and be like, oh, woe is me. Oh, I can't make this film. Or, like, making it is just so much effort. No, making it is effort, but you've got to put in that effort in order to make a pretty good film. However, if you're going to complain about making it, then you're kind of just screwing yourself over. If you have already written the script, if you have already filmed it, you may as well just finish fucking editing it and get it out there, which is something that I need to do. And I recognise that, and I do want to get to editing my film so I can release that on YouTube, on here. And this is probably going to be released on Spotify and YouTube just as a, we need to talk type thing. This is like my first kind of video, so yeah, this is going to be pretty interesting. We'll see how this does. But, I'll tell you what, if you guys have learned something, I hope that it has been to work hard, to set your priorities straight, and ultimately focus on your goal. If your goal is to have a big family and have a loving family, then that's going to come at the expense of your career. If you want to have a really strong career, then you've got to be ruthless. You've got to take on roles that, are ultimately potentially not going to win you many friends. But, as long as you're happy at the end of the day, that is all that matters. As long as you're happy and you're not screwing other people over, you're not robbing people or beating people up, it doesn't matter. As long as where you want to be at the end of the day, at the end of your life, that's all that matters. Because ultimately we only get one life. What's the point sitting around and complaining about every little thing? It doesn't make sense. Yeah. Anyway, that was an interesting end. Right. To wrap it up, I hope you guys all have a great new year. It's the 4th of Jan when I'm recording this. I'm recording this at 7:20 in the morning. Yeah, it's weird. And I hope you guys have a lovely day. I hope you guys have a lovely new year. I hope you guys have a fantastic 2021. Hopefully it's better than the absolute shitstorm we saw last year. So yeah, I hope everyone has a nice time. I hope everyone enjoys this year. I hope there's good things to come. There will be more YouTube content and stuff like this. There'll be some films and some other stuff. And ultimately, I just hope you guys have a great day. Take it back and enjoy yourselves. Peace out.